Alpine's Hemp Company. Gummies, seltzers, syrups, and more. Treat yourself to the best.
Good evening and welcome into the WHKY News for Tuesday, January 21st. I'm Ralph Mangum. The WHKY News is on over-the-air TV every weekday at 5:30 and 10 on Channel 14.2 and on the Compass, SkyBest, Vibrant, TDS, and Comporium cable systems. We are also online at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In our top stories, according to our news partner, WACB, an anonymous phone call regarding an active shooter at McDowell High School prompted a heavy law enforcement response this morning. McDowell County Superintendent Tracy Gritt said local emergency services received an anonymous report of a possible active shooter at about 8:11 a.m. After a search of the building, Mr. Gritt said law enforcement found no victims and that there was no confirmed threat to students or staff. The investigation is ongoing. Residents of 39 North Carolina counties, including those in the Hickory Metro, may now apply to participate in the temporary jobs program that puts North Carolinians to work on recovery efforts in areas affected by Helene. Rob Eastwood has the story.
I'm reporting from just outside the NC Works Career Center in Conover. The program was announced by North Carolina Department of Commerce Secretary Lee Lilly. This represents an expansion from the 25-county area that was first announced in October. The program is funded by part of a $10 million disaster recovery dislocated worker grant, which the U.S. Department of Labor awarded to support North Carolina in the wake of Helene. The North Carolina Department of Commerce's Division of Workforce Solutions requested the funds. The eligible counties covered by the grant include Catawba, Alexander, Burke, Caldwell, Iredell, Lincoln, and Watauga. Through the 2-year grant, eligible residents of the 39 counties can be employed in jobs that support either cleanup and recovery from the storm's devastation or humanitarian assistance to residents of the affected areas. In addition to temporary employment, this grant can support employment and training services that help people find new jobs and pay for workforce training at community colleges, for example. To apply for the Hurricane Helene Dislocated Worker Grant Program, go to your local NC Works Career Center. You can get more information by going to ncworks.gov. Reporting from the NC Works Career Center in Conover, I'm Rob Eastwood, WHKY News.
Thank you, Rob. This morning, WHKY's Arianna Mack spoke with FEMA Representative Trey Paul.
I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY, back with Trey Paul, FEMA Media Relations Specialist. How are you?
I am great and happy to be here with you.
Of course, glad to have you. Are there any updates to bring us up on?
Well, the road to recovery are moving right along, helping survivors. To date, we've approved $314 million to 145,000 survivors and households. So that means people are coming into our disaster recovery centers and they're talking to us face to face. They're letting us know their needs, and then we're connecting them with assistance. And there, of course, one of 4 ways you could do that. And I keep stressing because, you know, we're coming up on that 2-week deadline. So the registration deadline is February 6th. So we're getting very close. And we keep telling people, hey, you can give us a call, 1-800-621-3362, because we know we're trying to meet the survivors where they are. They can't always come into us. But if they do want to come in and talk to us face to face, I personally like the face-to-face assistance. They can do that at a local disaster recovery center. But I will say we did close 3 disaster recovery centers because not as many people are coming into those. We're working with our partners with the state. So we have 10 more open, 11 more open. But again, you please take us up on that offer. February 6th is the deadline. So come into one of those disaster recovery centers, give us a call. You can download the FEMA app or you can go to disasterassistance.gov.
Thank you so much for bringing us up on that, and a reminder. Since it's getting cold and people still are recovering from this disaster, there are some mental health resources that FEMA has, correct? Am I right on that?
Absolutely. And I just want to say, you know, our thoughts and our prayers continue to go out to all these survivors. They are going through a tough time. We have all sorts of resources that are available to them, and we do have connections to some mental health counseling there.
Yes, and just to connect you to one more, the Disaster Distressed Helpline phone number is 800-985 855-5990. There's also a suicide hotline number by dialing 988. I did just want to bring everyone up on that just in case you're watching and do need some assistance. If you also just want to bring us up on anything else that we missed or that we need to know.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with the viewers here today. That really means a lot. And I just want to let folks know that we're still here. We've got, like I said, 1,300 people on the ground here in Western North Carolina. We haven't forgotten about anybody. We're here on the ground. We want to talk to you. We welcome you to come in and talk to us so we can see what's going on with you and figure out how we can help you. Everybody's road to recovery is different, so we just want to let them know that we're here. And just thank you so much for helping us let survivors know.
Of course, it's never a problem. Lovely having you. This has been Arianna Mack with WHKY and Trey Paul, FEMA Media Relations Specialist.
Thanks, Arianna, and thanks to Trey Paul for his time today. The Hickory Public Library will host the inaugural Hickory Literary Festival on Saturday, April 12th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Salt Block, 375 3rd Street Northeast in Hickory. The free community event is open to all ages and is designed to celebrate reading, books, and creativity. Musician and children's author Lucky Diaz will perform at 4 p.m. Mr. Diaz is a multi-Latin Grammy Award-winning artist and author of La Guitarrista, this year's featured title in Lenoir-Rhyne University's The Little Read. Sponsorship opportunities are available until February 1st. To learn more, click on the link posted at WHKY.com. Commercial and nonprofit vendors for the event should offer products and services that fit the event's literacy theme. All vendor applications must be submitted via hickory.recdesk.com by March 1st. Learn more about the upcoming Hickory Literary Festival at hickorync.gov/Hickory Literary Festival or contact Library Director Sarah Green at sgreen@hickorync.gov. That's Green with an E on the end. Today's crime report includes arrest for meth, vehicle break-ins, and tampering with an electronic monitoring device. In local sports today, Alexis Brown continues to shine for LR Track and Field, plus more track and field and tennis and wrestling from Mack. And in community focus, Arianna checks in with a member of the Western Piedmont Workforce Development Board. Even colder today than it was yesterday, with highs only in the upper 20s. Plenty of cloud cover and even a few snow flurries in the area. Sunny tomorrow with a high just below freezing and some dangerously cold nights tonight and tomorrow night as lows will drop in the low to mid-teens. We'll return to more normal temps Thursday with a high in the upper 30s, and then we'll be in the 40s for the rest of the week with very little chance of precipitation. A current forecast is always available at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. You're watching the WHKY News.